Hello guys and welcome to another speed building video. We are in Newcrest and we are building another modern suburban home because I really enjoy building this kind of style of home in The Sims 4 and I am so excited to share this build with you guys. I had so much fun making it and it's probably one of my favorite builds I have done so far, and I actually built this one right after the modern villa I uploaded a couple of weeks ago, so it was inspired by that build. So you will probably see some similarities between them, although this one was a lot easier to build because it's not on an angle, so yeah, it was a lot more enjoyable to build. So yeah, this house is placed on a 30 by 30 lot. I think I start off on a 30 by 40, but I move it later on to a 30 by 30. Yeah, it's quite an expensive house. It's almost 200,000 simoleons, but I don't want to cheap out on my builds. I want to make them as good as possible without having to worry about simoleons, but I have been thinking of doing a starter home speed build, so I don't know if that is something you would like, then just please let me know and I'll make one if you guys want to see one. So yeah, this house took me about 4.5 hours I think to build, and what you see now is the basic shape done. I'll change a few things of course, but this is what the house or the basic shape of the house will look like, and we are gonna add a terrace and a pool to the backyard because I feel like that is necessary in a modern suburban home. And yeah, the color scheme I went for is light woods and some stone detail, and if you've seen my other speed builds you know that I've used a lot of stone mixed with wood, and it is something I love. I find that stone and wood go so well together. It's probably a combination I'll use a lot in the future for my builds. I want to mix it up, sure, but I mean a lot of homes in real life use wood and stone together as well, and I just love it. I love it so much. It looks so nice. I hope you guys agree because I love it. So as you can see, I used a lot of big ass windows, and that is part of the reason I call this build a modern suburban home, because most of the windows are very modern looking. I used a few traditional looking ones, as you can see those on the stone detailing there. They are quite big too, but the details on them make them look a bit more traditional. So yeah, I feel like the windows in this build made this house look more modern, so if that makes any sense. I don't know, it just makes sense to me, and it might seem strange to you that I mixed those traditional windows with the modern windows, but I just felt like it looked nice, and maybe they did renovate this build and they put in new windows, but they kept some of the traditional ones. And you know what guys, something I have a problem with in The Sims 4 are the foundations. As you can see now, I am working on the foundation and I've used a lot of white details on the house, like the white roof trim, etc. And there's just no foundation to match it. All the white foundations are not really white, they're more like a gray color, and I really tried to find a foundation to match all the white details, but there are none. So I was debating if to use a black foundation, but it wasn't really what I wanted. It was making the house look way too dark and depressing, so I stick with that awful gray one because I was hoping it would just blend in with the stone. So, well, I wanted to add a lot of greenery to this house because I mean it is a suburban build, so I added these wall plants, and I'll actually add a ton of them, but there wasn't enough color for my liking, so on top of those I tried to place the ones with flowers, but that didn't really change much. So I mixed the green wall plants with the red wall plants and it looks amazing in my opinion. I think it adds so much to the build, and eventually, or more like at the end of the video, I'll add even more of these plants. I've never actually used the red plant before, to be honest. When I first saw it, well, I thought it looked a bit odd. I never thought I would use it, but I have changed my mind. I actually like it a lot, and I think I'll try to use it more in my builds in the future. So I did skip the landscaping part. You can see a bit of it here, but it took me quite some time as always, and I don't know, I believe that most people find that part boring to watch. I don't know, I decided not to include it. You will see glimpses of it in the video, and of course if you want to take a closer look, just look at the screenshots at the end of the video. But yeah, now I am working on the backyard, or well, I was fixing the roof a bit, or I am fixing the roof a bit. I don't know, there was something bothering me, but yeah, I did build a terrace with a pool, and well, it's not a huge pool, but I find this size to be most realistic to what I believe a house this size would have in real life, basically. So I do add some monkey bars and a few bushes and a few trees and stuff to the backyard, but I don't actually do the landscaping until the end. So the sides of the house and the backyard will look a bit plain for now, but I do add some trees and flowers and stuff later on. So yeah, the landscaping for the rest of the house will be at the end of the video, but I'll probably cut that out as well. I don't know. But you will be able to see it in the screenshots if I do decide to cut it out. So yeah, moving on to the inside. Adding a bunch of these lights, and they're not gonna stay, of course, but they are there to help me see. And even with all these huge ass windows, this place was just so dark. So yeah, bunch of lights, and figuring out the floor plan here. The downstairs is actually gonna be very open planned, and I didn't really want that at first, because I feel like suburban homes are just not open planned. But I mean, it is a modern suburban home, and it just worked better with the shape of the house this way. So yeah, it's gonna be open planned downstairs, but upstairs is gonna feel much more like a suburban home, basically. The overall color scheme for the downstairs is earthy colors, I mean, with the exception of the hallway. But I wanted the furniture to be of a modern style, but at the same time not feel like overly clean, like sterile looking. So I tried to keep away from white furniture, and use like modern stuff but in wooden textures, and that way it would feel more homey. I mean, modern looks good, but modern doesn't feel homey, if that makes any sense. I don't know, to me it makes sense. So there's gonna be modern furniture but in earthy colors and wooden textures, and yeah. Yeah, I don't know, it makes sense to me. Even if it's a modern suburban home, I wanted it to feel a bit traditional too, and not just like overly modern. But yeah, if that makes sense. I don't know, enough about that. I hope you somewhat understand what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, so far I have done the floor plan for both the upstairs and the downstairs, and in total there is 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So 1 bathroom downstairs, 2 upstairs, and 3 bedrooms upstairs. And downstairs there's also a spare bedroom or spare room that I made into study, but you could just change that into a bedroom if you like, or you could just use it for activities, or well, you could use it for whatever you want, really. So you have probably guessed already, but this is the living room, and I messed around a lot with the counters there to create this IKEA looking furniture. And as you can see, we are going for dark woods and cream and whites as the color scheme for this room. I wish the cream colors would match better, but I don't know, I can't do much about the swatches. I can't remember if I keep the couches cream colored or if I change them to whites, but they don't match the counters at all, which is a bit sad, but you know, it is what it is. I used those towels from the decor category, not because people tend to have towels in their living room, but because I thought they could pass as blankets. At the moment, we don't really have any pillows or blankets, so I thought it was a fun idea, and I kind of think it looks like a blanket. I don't know, you tell me. I would love for them to add at least decorative pillows. That would be amazing. And actually, I would love for them to add not just pillows, but more beds and more bed cover swatches. We really need more bed cover swatches. Almost done with the living room now. Just placing some decor stuff, some books, some plants, of course. But I kind of felt like this room was missing something. So I am going to add a huge rug. I tried some smaller ones at first, but I didn't really feel the swatches, but looking back, I probably should have kept the cream colored one because that one matched the couches very nicely actually. And then I tried to place stuff on that stair thingy. I don't know what it is. I know that you're supposed to be able to place stuff on it, but I just couldn't for some reason. So yeah, just adding some more plants and some decor items just to spice it up a bit and add some more colors. And yeah, not much to say about that. Just yeah, also a painting for that wall, and then I'm basically done. Just some more decor items. Okay, can never get enough of that decor. And of course another lamp because the one I had before didn't really fit the style. And then we move on to the kitchen and the dining area. So well, I have a confession to make. I said I tried to keep the style more traditional and earth tone, but well, okay, the kitchen is quite modern. Sure, it's not super modern, but it is not traditional at all. And that is because I hate the traditional looking counters, solely because the countertop textures are so bad. So bad. So I used very modern counters in a purple gray colors, but you know, we can only hope for better looking traditional counters in future packs. So for now, well, deal with it. It is a modern kitchen, or kind of modern kitchen. So yeah, not much more to say about the kitchen. I kept it less cluttered than usual. I tend to do very cluttered kitchens because I like the look of it, but yeah, not this time. And yeah, added a kitchen island. I think that's very common to have. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this kitchen. It's for sure not the favorite kitchen I've ever made, if I may say so. I always struggle a bit with kitchens, or well, I don't struggle with making super modern kitchens, that's easy I feel, but with more traditional kitchens I do struggle. And I still want to blame the counter textures and colors for that, and I am sorry I bring that up every speed build, but that is how I feel about it. So yeah, appliances are being added as well as some decor items, and I'll add a chalkboard to the wall here. And I tried to find one that looked less restauranty, and that is not a word, I know, but one that didn't look to belong in a restaurant, but rather one that looked like one you would have at home to write down important things on, like your grocery list, or grocery shopping list, etc. So yeah, I think this one works. But yeah, I just can't let the counters go. Like, I feel like I should experiment with traditional kitchens a bit, with the counters and the swatches, and maybe I can come up with something that looks good, because I really want to make a traditional looking kitchen. I just can't be making modern kitchens all the time. Or I mean, I can, but I don't want to. I don't know, I can't just be waiting around for them to add more traditional counters either, because who knows when that is gonna happen. Or I don't know, maybe I should have a look at the gallery room builds and see if I find some inspiration there maybe. But okay, that is enough talk about the counters. Okay, I promise that is enough. And we're actually almost done with the kitchen now. Just a few final touches left. A ceiling lamp and some curtains, of course, and I swear I use that ceiling light for all my builds, but I just love it so much. And I don't know, this thing is so strange. Even though we have plenty of lamp options, most of them don't give out any light, or not enough light anyway. I don't know, why is that? Like, it's a lamp, shouldn't it give out light? I don't know, EA, please. I don't know, it's just strange to me. And luckily we have those debug lights, although I didn't feel like using them for this build, and actually I didn't use any debug items for this build. So we are moving on to the bottom floor bathroom, and this one is quite modern with the black walls, the white flooring, so I tried to use more traditional looking plumbing and counters, but the overall theme is very black and white, and I feel like it looks very renovated. I think bathrooms are the first room that people renovate when they move. Like, even in very traditional homes, you tend to find very modern looking bathrooms. So I wasn't concerned that it was looking modern, because, I mean, it was intentional, okay? It was intentional. And then we have the spare room, and well, this I made into a study, and I was debating if to make this into a guest bedroom, but I don't know, it felt a bit awkward to have a bedroom next to the kitchen. Plus, I did not add a computer to the master bedroom, so I kind of thought that, well, the parents, they kind of need their own computer too, and yeah. So I kept the furnishing and the decor to a minimum. It's very minimalistic looking if you don't count the clocks. But yeah, so then we are going upstairs, and we start off with the most boring part in my opinion, and that is the not the bedroom. That is the bathroom. So there is two bathrooms on this floor. This one is meant to be the family bathroom for everyone to use, and then the master bedroom has an ensuite. And well, both the upstairs bathrooms are more traditional looking than the downstairs guest bathroom, although I did use the same plumbing items for all three of them. And the family bathroom, this one is also a lot more cluttered than the other two, so it just looks more used than the other two. So every time I furnish bathrooms, I realize how I miss washing machines, and it may sound silly, but it makes sense to have washing machines, right? And even if we didn't have them as usable interactive items, it would be nice if we could get them as decorative items at least. So, well, here I tried to make an item that looks sort of like a washing machine, just for the fun of it, and it kind of works maybe. I don't know, I used counters and these pool lamps, and I don't know, it looks kind of like a laundry. I don't know, you tell me if you like it or not. I like it, so I don't know, I might use it for future builds as well. I thought it was a fun idea to try to bring back washing machines. Yeah, it didn't add much to the hallway at all, just some plants, some lights, or well, a plant, some lights, and a painting. And well, here are the two kid bedrooms. So this one to the right, I imagined, is for an older teenage fashionista girl. The room is very light, it's very feminine, the furniture is very traditional, Victorian, and it has some tints of light pink and peach. It is so cute, and I feel like this look is very in at the moment in real life, but I might be wrong. I don't really keep up with what's in and what's out, because, well, I don't really care. And usually I make very cluttered kids' bedrooms, but I decided not to for once. I feel like this girl would be sort of a perfectionist, kinda, and, well, let's be honest, not all kids are messy. And I really love this part with the two shelves. It is so cute. I placed some flowers on it, some nail polish, a cute candle. I just love this candle, by the way. It's so cute. And I also put the framed magazine covers on it. So my thought was maybe she framed a spread about her favorite designer, or maybe she actually made something herself and it got published in a magazine, so she framed it, or I don't know. It was just a fun idea, I thought. So we are almost done with this room. It was just looking a bit too plain, so I did add this fashion-related painting because, well, that is fitting, and some perfumes and decor items for her vanity table. Of course, in this lamp that was in the last year's Christmas update, I think. It's so cute, and I really like it. But then I realized, okay, she does not have a dresser, so, well, I kind of had to add a dresser as well, and it got a bit dark, so, well, we kind of needed a lamp, of course. And then we move on to the second bedroom, and this one was exciting to build. So for this, I pictured a gamer guy, a very stereotypical gamer guy. Not very interested in interior decorating. He is kind of messy, and yeah, this room is very dark. We got a lot of dark woods with blues, and of course he needed a huge TV, fancy PC with an extra monitor and a lot of clutter. So yeah, and I put this poster on because I thought it looked kind of like a gamer poster from his favorite game or something. I don't know, and I have no clue what I did here. I just thought, okay, let's try this. And yeah, putting up a lot of posters and stuff, and paintings that look like framed posters from movies. And then we move on, guys, to not the master bedroom, but the ensuite to the master bedroom. And as I said earlier, it's very similar to the other bathroom on this floor, the family shared bathroom, so the same plumbing, and it's just very simple, and it basically just got all the necessities that you need. A toilet. Toilet is the word I'm looking for. A toilet, of course, and not a shower, but a bathtub and a sink, obviously, because yeah, it's just a very cute bathroom, nothing fancy really, but it works. So we are finally in the master bedroom. This room is also very simplistic and minimalistic. Most furniture is light white woods, with the exception of those clothes hangers. So we got a blue and white color scheme here. White furniture with some blue decor items. It is a very simple but homey room. And also, guys, I want to remind you that I have a Twitter. It is linked in the description box down below, and the reason you might want to check my Twitter is because I don't really have an upload schedule, but I try to post updates on Twitter on what I am doing, and sometimes I post some sneak peeks too, and I don't always post about my LPs and challenges, but I do often let you guys know when I'm working on speed builds. So if you want to check my Twitter out, it is linked. So yeah, that's all I had to say about that, and we are done with the master bedroom. So we only have the terrace left to furnish, and then we are done. The terrace itself is quite dark with the dark wood flooring and fencing, and I think it complements the house quite well. And what is a suburban home without a barbecue? So of course we added a barbecue and 2 seating areas, 1 table with chairs for eating purposes, and a lounge area with some benches, and that lovely mirrored coffee table that I just love so much. A lot of the new textures that got recently added to the game are just so darn nice. It's not just that mirrored coffee table, but we got a lot of new textures we haven't really seen in the Sims games before, so I am so pleased with that. So yeah, we just have some basic landscaping left, then we are actually done with this build, guys. Another speed build done, and I am so pleased with this house. It's one of my favorite houses. I said that earlier, but it really is. I think it's so cozy and homey, and yeah, I love it. Adding some pot plants to the front, and yeah. We are basically done for the backyard. I do add a few decor items too, some chairs for this area because it was looking a bit empty, and some more pot plants. And guys, then we are gonna jump into the screenshots in any moment. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more speed builds and more videos. And the download link for this house to the gallery is gonna be linked in the description box down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care.